Hey everyone, this is Daniel from PhoneArena with a video preview of a Samsung Galaxy Grand DUOS prototype. If anyone's eager for a big screen smartphone that might not break the bank and has dual SIM, dual standby capabilities, this is the phone. Samsung is apparently trying to fill this void in your soul with the 5-inch Galaxy Grand. It skimps on features like HD screen resolution and memory to reach the more affordable price point. And when you add to this a dual SIM version with this Grand DUOS we have here, the phone becomes double attractive, especially in Asia, where phones with two SIMs are very respected. The Galaxy Grand DUOS looks like a larger S3 or a smaller Note 2, whichever you prefer. Samsung is making everything nowadays big and small, with a distinctive rounded corner design that is immediately recognizable because of its blockbuster S3 handset it introduced last year. The Grand DUOS is more reminiscent of the Note 2 actually, with the faux metal rim on the sides and the tapered back, which makes it fairly comfortable to hold with one hand considering the screen size, but not to operate it with just your thumb, of course. The phone is somewhat hefty for today's standards at 5.7 ounces, 162 grams, but considering the screen size, it does not feel thick or bulky. We know what you're thinking. WVGA on a 5-incher, come on. Well, 480 by 800 pixels it is, which returns 187 ppi pixel density, and doesn't look very good if you're used to the HD or Full HD screens of late. For comparison, the 4.7-inch HD screen on the Nexus 4, which is not small by any measure either, rings in 318 ppi. The resolution is not unusable though, as the Grand DUOS is a big screen phone and you hold it further from your eyes than usual, thus diminishing the low resolution effect somewhat. It's not that bad. For everyday usage, Samsung uses LCD here instead of the AMOLED technology that goes for its flagships and combines the blacks with saturated colors. The 5-inch panel of the Grand DUOS is with decent viewing angles, and it is also bright enough so you can tell what's on it inside as well as outside under direct sunlight even. Thus the big drawback remains its low pixel density. Let's see if the interface is that bad on 187 ppi actually. Samsung has graced the Grand DUOS with the Nature UX. It debuted in the S3 last year. You know, it's Smart Stay and pop-up play glory. You can detach the video window currently played, place it on the screen, pin it here, and do something else underneath. All the other goodies that come with the Nature UX are here. It splits the gallery view into halves. You have the folders on the left and the content on the right. You also have rich sharing and editing capabilities. The music player is the typical Samsung player we used to see, with a number of equalizer presets and sound modes. Overall, it is the same Nature UX you see on the Galaxy S3 and on the Samsung Note 2, with a few notable exceptions, of course. First, you get much lower resolution on this handset, so websites fully zoomed out, another very pretty sight. You can't really tell the small print here. When you zoom in, things are a bit better, although text appears jagged compared to HD or Full HD smartphones. This 480 by 800 pixels here on the 5-inch display returns 187 ppi pixel density, which is another pretty sight. And the other main difference of this phone compared to the rest is the main added value, the ability to use two SIM cards at once, dual SIM, dual standby capabilities on the Samsung Grand DUOS. You can tap and pick the default SIM card. You can select an icon for each card, home, office, and so on. You can change the name, put a human name in. And the SIM card app lets you manage the level of connectivity. For example, you can tell the handset to allow an incoming call from the other card while using data with the SIM currently set as default. Another setting you can check is to receive incoming call from the other line while talking through your main SIM. So it's a true dual SIM, dual standby capabilities we have on the Grand DUOS, and the phone can connect you with up to 21 megabits per second HSPA plus networks. It also has Wi-Fi, assisted GPS with GLONASS, DUOS and FM radio. About the only thing missing seems to be NFC. The Grand DUOS is powered not by an Exynos chip, but by a Broadcom processor, which is dual-core 1.2 GHz ARM Cortex A9 with a homebrew video core 4 GPU. Even in this prototype unit, the interface gets powered very well. We have no complaints about lag or hiccups. There's 1 GB of RAM inside the phone and 8 GB of internal memory, plus a handy micro SD slot for up to 64 GB memory cards as well. Everything runs smooth. Last but not least, let's show you the camera interface. Same that we used to see in the S3 or Note 2. A number of shooting modes like panorama and face detection. A number of color effects. We've got a few scene modes we can choose from for fast moving objects, night, etc. And a macro mode, and the same goes for the full HD video capabilities. You can set a couple of color effects for them as well. You can see samples of the photos and videos taken with the prototype Grand DUOS inside our preview of the unit. In a nutshell, we thought we'd be throwing up as soon as we see WVGA resolution on a 5-inch screen, but in reality it is not that bad for everyday tasks, as the large Grand DUOS gets held farther from your eyes than usual. The rest of the specs are adequate, as we have a dual-core processor, an 8-megapixel camera with LED flash, and the ability to add storage via the microSD card slot. Thus, if you have been longing for a huge screen phone that manages two SIM cards at once, and you can receive incoming calls on one while browsing the internets with the data on the other. It is not that you'll have many alternatives to the Grand DUOS anyway. Combine this fact with the chassis recognition and respect Samsung's Galaxy line has earned lately, and the only unknown in the success equation for the Grand DUOS market niche is the actual retail price it will pop at. This was a video preview of the prototype Samsung Galaxy Grand DUOS from PhoneArena. For more information about this and other handsets, you can visit us at phonearena.com. Thanks for watching.